Today I'm going to show you how to make your own homemade minced garlic from fresh garlic from the garden. This is the Heirloom Gardener. Welcome back. So this is actually last year's garlic that I harvested last June. I didn't even plant any last fall because I had so much left over. We've been eating on our garlic from last June's harvest all year, and this is what I still have left. And what I'm doing is going through, some of the garlic cloves have begun to either sprout or some parts of it are getting a little bit mushy. So I'm going through, I'm separating out the ones that are looking a little sad, and I'm going to go ahead and process those and turn those into minced garlic. Half of this is still perfectly fine, and so we're just going to keep eating from it fresh. So let me show you this quick little trick on how to smash your garlic quickly so that you can get it peeled. Whenever I'm working with a lot of garlic cloves like this, I use the bottom of a mason jar and I just put all of my garlic cloves out on my board and I smash them down with the bottom of a mason jar. Makes them very easy to peel. I know this isn't the proper way of doing this. That would be to use a butcher knife turned sideways, but that takes a lot longer to do those individually. So this is what I've come to find is the fastest way, and I just use the jar and I pop my peeled garlic cloves into the jar and it keeps everything in one little handy spot. Of course, it's a lot easier to do this when you're not doing it one-handed, but this definitely works for me. Give it a try if you're going to be peeling a lot of garlic and need to do it quickly. So some of these have started to sprout on the inside. Some of them were starting to get a little bit soft. I am only going to work with what I can peel in about 30 minutes time frame. And that is because the longer garlic sits after it has been peeled, the less tasty it becomes. It starts to become a little bitter tasting. So what I do is I work through my making minced garlic in batches. So I peel for about 30 minutes. And then whatever I've peeled in that amount of time, I go ahead and I make that into minced garlic, put it in a jar, and then I go back to peeling. And then I will add the next 30 minutes worth of garlic into the jar just on top of it. So what you're going to need, mason jar, fresh garlic, you're going to need some extra virgin olive oil, and you can hand mince this. Since I'm working with a lot, I'm going to use my little mini Ninja here. And this is what it's going to look like. This is where I've already peeled some. I'm just going to keep adding to this jar until it is full. But that's what the minced garlic looks like once it is done. So this is what's left over. So I still have plenty of fresh garlic left over. We'll see if that lasts until it's time to plant it again in the fall. I don't know. But you can go back and watch our video from last June. You can watch our harvest, how we dried it. And even before that, the fall of 2022, I believe, is when I did a video on planting garlic, and you can go back and watch that too. So I'm just going to add some extra virgin olive oil here. I'm not measuring this, just putting, I would say, 1/4 of a cup in there to the amount of garlic cloves that I'm working with at the moment. And then we are just going to chop this up really quick until you get it into the consistency that works for you. The olive oil really helps the garlic move around and get chopped up very quickly. And that is all there is to it. When it comes to mincing your own garlic, of course it would take longer if you're doing this by hand, but it can be done. Then I'm just going to add that directly on top of the minced garlic that I already did earlier. Smells wonderful. The whole house smells like garlic at the moment. That's what it looks like. Okay. And then I'm just going to put a lid on this nice and tight, and I'm going to press it down so everything is submerged in that olive oil. That's the other thing. We really do want everything to be. I may top this off with a little bit more olive oil later. That's what it looks like, and you can enjoy your own fresh minced garlic straight from the garden. Okay, so now let's talk about the most important part of this video, and that is how you store your fresh minced garlic. Fresh minced garlic can be kept in the fridge for up to 7 days, but no longer. After the 5 to 7 day mark, fresh minced garlic could potentially grow botulism, cause botulism, and so we do not want that. So if you're going to store this in the fridge, just know you've got 7 days to eat it fresh in the fridge. After that, you will need to move your jar over to the freezer. You can store this fresh minced garlic in the freezer for many months, and it will be just fine. You can take it out and just scoop a little bit out to use, and it will taste just fine. I think that I'm actually going to just go ahead and put mine directly into the freezer, and that way I don't forget about it. But I do want to make sure that I clarify that this cannot be kept in the fridge like store-bought minced garlic. Store-bought minced garlic has many preservatives and additives in it that keeps it from growing any type of bacteria in it. Since we are not using any of that, then we will need to store this long-term in the freezer, okay? So 7 days in the fridge. After that, pop it into the freezer. I hope that you guys have enjoyed this video. Give it a try. If you haven't grown your own garlic yet, you could do this with fresh garlic from the grocery store, from your local farmer. You could start out by trying it that way. And if you're interested in how to grow your own garlic, I grew this garlic a year and a half ago from organic garlic that I bought at my local grocery store. So you can go back and catch that video. And I will see you guys next time. Thanks for hanging out with me. Also, if you haven't yet, you can follow us on Instagram at _heirloom gardener and on Facebook at the Heirloom Gardener as well. Have a good day, guys.